Eating fans, how are you? I'm going to basically give you a sort of a little demonstration on proper way to dunk a hot dog. So, you use up the least amount of time as possible when you're in a contest, when you're in a qualifier. I know you're probably saying to yourself, well, who the hell is Beautiful Brian to give all this advice? He hasn't made it to the Nathan's Finals since he's been competing, since 1997. So why am I the expert? Well, I'll tell you what. Many of the great eaters have developed the skills from eaters that were not so great or never made it into the finals. If you see coaches in the NFL, there were some coaches that never even played a down in the NFL to begin with. They were probably drafted and never made it in. But the best coaches are the ones that were actually not or did not participate in the gridiron themselves. So I've given this, I've actually passed on this technique from Ed Karachi to other eaters that even Alan the Shredder Goldstein, when he first started out, he could only eat maybe 10 or 11 hot dogs. I think he ate 9 hot dogs in 2003, and now you see he's up to like 28 3/4. And I passed on some of this advice to him. And I like to pass this on to other eaters as well. And basically, I have just like a few hot dogs here. So what we're going to do is, I'll just show you basically how, or the technique I use. First of all, separating the dog and the bun, I just don't go for that, okay? It's total waste of time. The bun with the dog together, you're saving a lot of time. It's more compact, it's more convenient. But others have their own way of doing it. I mean, what can I tell you? I assume Kobayashi was very successful, not using bun and dog method together and separating and doing it the Solomon method way. So anyway, you have to have yourself a nice big, I have some orange Gatorade here. That certainly helps. Or you could use water. I mean, Joey Chestnut uses water. He doesn't diverge from what he's been using for the past 5-6 years. So whatever works for you is fine. This works for me. I have to have the cup adjacent to my jaw, okay, at all times. And the hot dog is, let me just give you a little demonstration of how I do it. I've been known to have some speed for the first 10. When I down the first 10, it's my capacity that's the problem. I just hit the wall after a certain amount. But anyway, this is basically how I do it. And if you want to use this technique, have the water next to your chin or the Gatorade, and basically like almost like a window effect. So, try not to get more. 3 bites and that's it. You don't want to do any more than 3 bites on one dog. You can't get it down to 3 bites and your speed is suffering. You got to have that speed. Speed is a factor. Okay, watch it again. Right near the, give it a nice effect here, and then 1. It shouldn't take more than 3 bites for each dog. I'm going to tell you, build up your speed. And if you can do like 10, if you're a beginner, if you can do like 10 in 2 minutes, that's okay. If you could do 5 in a minute, that's fine. I would want to do I got my Beatles 45 that my mom bought me in 1964 at the tender age of 4 years old. I'm dying to play this, but I just don't have a record player. They don't make them anymore. I mean, I think they make them, but whatever. So, one more time, because I don't have a slow-mo in here, but let's try it again. You got the dog, keep this close, because if you're going to go like this, okay, you're going to bite the dog and then, you're arching your back, you're hurting your back in some way, and it's more work. So what you want to do is have the cup as close as possible to your face. This is how Ed Karachi used to do it. That's why he was the great champ that he was at that time. And go. Okay. That's what I'm going to do. So, take heed. If you do it that way, you save a lot of time, a lot of energy, and you'll be a champion eater. And it's a pleasure being with you, and I hope you do well in Nathan's qualifiers. The young people coming up, stay hungry. See you later.